choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel, and good luck for life.
Good morning. Today is Saturday, October 19th, 2024. Today in history. On this day, 88 years ago, the renowned Chinese writer and thinker Lu Xun passed away. He was a key figure in China's New Culture movement and one of the founders of modern Chinese literature. His notable works include Diary of a Madman, The Scream, and Wandering, which significantly influenced the ideological and cultural development of Chinese society following the May 4th movement. Welcome to today's Qingchao Morning News. Let's start with political updates.
France plans to introduce new immigration law in 2025. According to Agence France-Presse, French government spokesman Brelin announced that the newly appointed right-wing government is accelerating immigration policy reform, planning to pass a new immigration bill in 2025 to strengthen border control and immigration governance. A core measure of the new bill is to extend the maximum detention period for undocumented immigrants from 90 days to 210 days. Currently, this period applies only to terrorism suspects. Last December, the French Parliament passed the current immigration bill, but it was rejected by the French Constitutional Committee due to overly strict provisions. Nevertheless, the new government plans to use these rejected measures as the basis for a revised bill, which will be reintroduced to the agenda. Taliban introduces new law banning biological imagery. According to Bloomberg News, the Afghan Taliban's Ministry of Moral Affairs recently announced a new law prohibiting the media from publishing images of any living beings. Saiful al-Islam Haber, spokesman for the Ministry of Encouraging Good and Punishing Evil, stated that this law applies throughout Afghanistan. During the Taliban's previous administration, television programs and biological imaging were completely banned. However, since the Taliban returned to power in 2021, similar bans have not been widely enforced, leading to some flexibility and uncertainty in implementation. U.S. deploys missile defense system in Israel. According to comprehensive news from Washington, on October 13, the United States announced it would provide Israel with a THAAD anti-missile system and dispatch U.S. military personnel to assist the Israeli military in improving its air defense capabilities. U.S. President Biden stated that this move was intended to protect Israel, while Iran warned the U.S. that this action disregarded the safety of American troops. This is not the first deployment of the THAAD system in the Middle East. After Hamas attacked Israel in October last year, Biden directed the U.S. military to deploy the THAAD system to the region. In 2019, the U.S. also provided a THAAD system to Israel. This system is capable of intercepting short and medium-range ballistic missiles, and about 100 soldiers are involved in its operation. North Korea warns that any reappearance of South Korean drones will be considered an act of war. According to the Korean Central News Agency, North Korea reported that after drone incidents on October 3 and 9, South Korean drones again flew over central Pyongyang on the evening of the 10th, distributing anti-North Korean leaflets. North Korea claimed this seriously violated its national sovereignty and security, as well as international law. It warned that any further appearance of South Korean drones would be regarded as a declaration of war, prompting military responses. Notably, while North Korea has strongly accused South Korea of drone intrusions and leaflet distribution, it has not provided specific evidence to support these claims. Meanwhile, the South Korean military stated it could not confirm any drone incursions into Pyongyang's airspace. South Korean groups that have previously sent leaflets into North Korea also distanced themselves from the alleged drone incidents. New Zealand plans to relax investment rules to attract foreign investment. Comprehensive news from Wellington. New Zealand Deputy Minister of Finance Seymour announced at a press conference that the government will amend the Overseas Investment Act next year to reduce barriers to capital investment. According to sources, the revised bill will maintain the original review scope but speed up the evaluation process, allowing the government to flexibly determine which investment projects require detailed reviews. Recent data from Statistics New Zealand shows that the country's gross domestic product fell by 0.2% in the second quarter of 2024, indicating near stagnation in economic growth over the past year and a half. The Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development previously ranked New Zealand's foreign direct investment regulations among the strictest in developed countries. Global Ikhwan accuses Malaysian authorities illegally detain 174 children. Comprehensive news from Kuala Lumpur. Global Brothers, an Islamic business organization embroiled in sexual assault and child abuse scandals in Malaysia, has accused the government of illegally detaining 174 children. The Malaysian police launched a crackdown operation called Ops Global on September 10, raiding 20 children's welfare homes linked to Global Ikhwan Services and Business Holdings, rescuing 660 children and teenagers, and arresting 171 suspects. On October 12, the court authorized the Social Welfare Bureau to care for 559 of these children from October to December, while claiming that 174 children were illegally detained by the government. Authorities reported that some rescued children lacked identification documents and stated that the Social Welfare Department would return the children to their parents if their guardians could present verification documents, such as birth certificates or ID cards, to the court. Rosley, a spokesman for Global Brothers' legal team, noted that many children were unclaimed because their parents or guardians had been detained by the police. Navalny's memoir to be published. According to Agence France-Presse, Russian dissident Navalny's posthumous memoir, titled Patriot, will be published on October 22. The book includes Navalny's prison diary and earlier writings, with plans for a Russian version. Navalny was sentenced to 19 years in an Arctic penal colony on extremism charges and died on February 16 at the age of 47. His death drew widespread condemnation, with many blaming Russian President Vladimir Putin. Excerpts published by the Times of London reveal the severe toll that the prison regime and hunger strikes took on his body.
According to Xinhua Finance, the main contract for Dalian palm oil has recently remained strong, reaching 9,046 yuan per ton during the session, a new high in over 2 years. That's all for today's Qingqiao Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.